Guys, welcome back to the channel, previews and vlogs. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and also follow me on Instagram. All right, so still driving the XT5 that I did a review on a few days ago. So you guys, I'll put that video description or the video link on here so you guys can check a look at that. Now it's 2019 XT5. So today I figured we have a pretty long family road trip. Actually, it's not more of a road trip, it's more of two different events happening with my family. I got family out in Barstow around like Quad Cities area out there in Illinois, and I got family of course in Chicago. I myself live in the Naperville, Aurora area here. So we're going to be taking a drive this morning out to Barstow and then driving to Chicago for a late night get together and then back home later. That's about 317 miles that we're going to be putting on this car today. Now we're going to go ahead and get this thing filled up. What we're going to be doing with this today is going to be testing out the actual miles to the gallon and see what real life driving situations you could actually get with this car, so you guys get an idea if it gets what it's supposed to say per the sticker. Now the sticker says 26 highway, 19 city, combined of 22 miles to the gallon. So filling this thing up, we're gonna go ahead and go to the gas station, fill it up, and then get on a road trip, and then we're gonna take a look exactly and see how much gas we get and if we can make the whole trip in one fill up. So let's go ahead and get going. We'll go fill up the car and then we'll reset all the gauges. Guys, so on the fuel economy, it's at actually 390, so it keeps dropping as I got the car running here and the AC is on, and of course it's wasting gas, of course. But we're gonna go ahead and I already reset. Hold on, to use this. I already reset the average fuel economy and I reset the trip on this. So we have a trip of 0. So once we start driving, all this of course is set. We'll check fuel economy once we get to Barstow. So we're starting our road trip now and see what fuel economy we got on the way to Barstow, which is all highway. Same thing all the way to Chicago is gonna be highway. Once we get to Chicago, I will reset it again and see what kind of city driving miles to the gallon we get. Now, when we're out there, we're not gonna be driving very long. Once we get off the highway, you're probably looking at about a 30-minute drive. So it's gonna be an estimate of what kind of fuel economy it'll get in the city, and I'll reset everything once we get out there. So we're gonna go ahead and waiting for the wife and my son to get ready, and we're gonna get going. We're ready to drive. Got the family in the car, wife, son. So the first trip is going to be to Barstow, and we're gonna see how this car does in gas mileage on the highway for the first trip.
Run free and dive into the sky. Hear the wind crying out its prayer. Why are we so ashamed to be alive? Break the chains and our freedom's ours to take.
Alright, so finally made it here after I say about an hour and a half driving or so. Made it here. So right now where the gas is at and the mileage, so we'll look at how many miles I put on the car since we took off from the house. So we ended up putting 125.8 miles. The range dropped down to 254, 255. We pretty much sucked up a little bit more than a quarter tank of gas there. I actually got, this is all highway driving except for the, mile or two I was driving to the highway to get on the highway. 22.1 miles. Now the whole drive, the actual car never shifted, and I had it in cruise control for I say about probably maybe less than half the time because I kept getting into traffic and have to keep getting it off cruise control. The average speed I was doing is about 80 to 85 miles an hour. And that's what I ended up with pretty much. And again, we're at 22.1 miles to the gallon, which is the Moroni sticker average of combined highway and city driving. So that's what we're actually getting at this point. So right now we're in Barstow. We're going to be here for a little bit, and then once we get leaving here, we're going straight to Chicago, and we'll record that drive too and see how we do in that drive. So for now, I'm going to go ahead and go inside, enjoy some company here, and then we'll get driving in a little bit. All right, so a few hours later, we are leaving Barstow, headed straight into Chicago. Pretty much, again, 21.8 miles, about 22 miles to the gallon is what the car is getting right now. We drove the car for, it's still got a 250 mile range as I'm getting in the car right now. And pretty much drove 125 miles. So this is the second trip into Chicago, and then we got one more going back home after that, and we'll see where we're at with gas at that point once we get in Chicago. All right, let's get going.
I'm a broken home. I gave you all the bricks that I own and know. I'm letting go. I'm breaking these walls down, breaking these walls down. If you want adventure, then fly to home. But if you wanna travel, then go alone. Yeah, what's the point in us if I never know? Yeah, if you're gonna leave, I'ma let you go. I'm tired of the pain. Go away. I'm tired with yesterday.
All right, so we are pretty much almost in Chicago. We're in the Bellwood area pretty much, and of course we hit a bunch of traffic. At this point, where we're at with our testing with the gas miles to the gallon and everything is, I'm actually gonna get out on 25th Street here, because if not, we are gonna be stuck here for a while. So far we're at 24.3 miles to the gallon. The best we've done is about 31.2 miles to the gallon on this, and we still got 151 miles left in the tank. Now this is again an estimate of the gas left in the tank. This doesn't go, you don't go by this, of course it's going to change as we drive. Also, $271 miles on the car, and now we're going to be doing a lot of city driving. Now I was going to go ahead and reset that and bring it back down to 0, but it's not going to be enough highway driving for it to actually calculate and give us a good number. So I'm just going to leave it as it is, and then at the end of the whole trip going back home and city driving, we will see exactly what we get out of this. So we're going to keep driving here, and see what we get. So at this point we're driving in the city. We lost about 0.1 miles to the gallon. Still probably have a few more miles to go. It's about an 8-mile drive from when I got off the highway to our destination. But here's something you can see right now, and I'm showing you guys. The car is driving on 4 cylinders instead of 6 right now to save gas. So it actually shuts off 2 cylinders when you're doing city driving. So when you're in the highway, you're constantly at 6 cylinders, of course, because you need all 6 to get up to speed or to be constantly maintain that speed. But when you're in the city and stop and go traffic and cruising at about 30 to 35 miles an hour, you're riding on 4 cylinders, and that's what helps keep the gas mileage from consuming a lot of gas, let's put it that way. So a few more miles, probably about 5 more miles left before we end our trip, the second trip. All right, so we're here at destination number 2 in Chicago. So all the way from Barstow to Chicago, 24.1. And that, again, that was about 8 miles of city driving. We got off about 8 miles ago off the highway, drove the rest of the way into Chicago. So I got about 24.1. And let's see here. 134 mile range still left, and again, that's an estimate of what's left in the gas tank. And we put about 282 miles on the car for these 2 trips we took, and we still got, of course, drive home later today. And I got about a quarter tank of gas left, so we'll see how that goes and what I end up with total. But so far, just by looking at where we're at with gas, I mean, you're pretty much there. Now, also, one thing I do got to remind you guys, I have been running the AC the whole time. It is about 90 degrees outside, so I wasn't going to keep the windows down, especially with my family in the car. So I have been running the AC. So I'm pretty sure we're about maybe if we had the AC off, you know, probably get about 25, close to 26 highway that it says on there. So, I mean, it's pretty close to what the sticker and what is advertised for the car. So, again, so 24.1 is not bad with the AC running and, of course, some street driving, and I guess I haven't, some city driving I should say, and I haven't been, you know, at 60 or 70. I've been going above that 70, 75 miles, 80 miles per hour on the highway. So again, 24.1 miles, not bad, very close to what it says. Combination between city and highway is supposed to get about 22, so we're really good right there with the gas mileage. So we'll go ahead and go in the house right now, and then on the drive back, it will probably be late night. I'll probably have to finish the video tomorrow. We'll update it and go from there. So I'll see you guys in a bit. All right, so it's about 11 o'clock at night. We are leaving Chicago, and I probably have to update in the morning because it's gonna take us probably about 45 minutes to almost an hour to get back to about the Naperville area. So I will do the update in the morning. Again, we know what the gas was when we got here, and we're gonna see what the gas is when I get home, and we'll do an update tomorrow morning. So I'll see you guys in the morning. All right, guys, so about to finish the video up. Couldn't do it last night because, of course, I got home very late. It was dark, no lighting left on here. But finally, to sum it all up, 24.3 miles to the gallon between 318 mile drive. 93 miles still left on the tank. So really good gas mileage, pretty close to what Cadillac recommends. And again, it's with running the AC most of the day. So I hope you guys enjoy this video and it's more informative as well. The other video for the review on the car is going to be linked in the description below. And then I'll see you guys next time. Take care.